Yeah, sometimes you got, like you said, you got to do the eye test, man, and stop just going on measurables and analytics. If somebody can produce, sense pressure, whatever, you got to go with that instead of just saying, well, and also like you said, the competition level too. You can't just
Right.
say, it's one thing to play in the SEC versus the ACC. If you're scrambling in the SEC and getting away as a quarterback, that's saying something with Joe Burrow, versus like we said earlier with Matt Ryan in the ACC,
Yeah.
run away from that type of speed. So it's a,
Oh yeah,
but
Andy, are you looking a little different at Joe Burrow a little bit now? Are you still gonna just
Oh,
label him as he ain't gonna do nothing in Cincy?
I love Joe Burrow. I'm on board.
I thought you said he wasn't gonna do nothing in Cincy though.
I thought his career would die since he'll be competitive, but he ain't gonna. They ain't gonna put no winner around him.
he gonna put up the numbers.
He gonna put up the numbers for nothing.
Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer.
That's what I'm gonna say. You think he gonna try to be loyal and stay by default, or you gonna think he gonna get tired and then jump ship?
Oh no. He gonna jump ship.
Well, you know what? He did leave Ohio State, so fuck it. He could
That's
say fuck Cincinnati. That's a good call.
He went to a completely different area. That's a good point. He left Ohio State and went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He didn't go to Michigan State or go to Michigan or whatever. He didn't even go to the college his daddy coached at. He went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Right.
A whole different culture. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody always kept saying what? There was one quarterback away from winning it all.
That's the knock on LSU. One quarterback away.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. So all right. I thought you just was thinking he was gonna be a bust, but you just said it was just of course just being in Cincy, because he already talking reckless already, talking about this is highly unacceptable.
Yeah.
He already said these 2 losses. He's like, hey, I know I'm a rookie, and I know I got to go through my bumps and stuff, but still, this is unacceptable.
But as a leader, you gotta set the tone. Like, and you got to see who's gonna follow your lead too, and who's gonna accept that bullshit.
They said
AJ is on board. AJ already said he's on board. He said
AJ ain't faking no injuries or nothing like that. He good. He like this quarterback.
Exactly.
He had to get rid of that last one.
They said first practice at LSU, he picked a fight with the D-line.
Got to set the tone.
He set the tone. Hey, we ain't gonna do this all day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. All right.
My boy beat you. Don't be in your feelings. Go to the next play.
Okay, then. I was just making sure. All right. Yeah. So all right. So we know Joe. At the end of the day, we know Joe ain't gonna finish his career in Cincy.
No.
All right then. Cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. If next time, if he's still with Cincinnati and they come to the Saints, I would like to go at that game, see how they cheer for him.
Oh, they gonna cheer hard for him. They gonna show him love for sure.
They gonna show him love in the beginning, and then at the game.
At the end of the day, they still want him to take that L though, but they gonna show him love.
And then on the hit other thing too, if he jump ship and come to the Saints, oh God.
That would be some foul shit.
That would be.
You know what? Because you know what? If you keep crab legs, you keep crab legs until that time comes.
Keep them up 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible.
Hey, bring another chip back to Louisiana. Do it again.
We gotta take a minute to that one.
Yeah, we're going to keep that. Yeah, we're going to keep that one in the.
Tony Love predictions.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good one.
Yeah, but no, I think he'll do well in the league. Cincinnati, who Pat McAfee says who does not have an indoor facility. They do not have an indoor practice facility.
In Ohio?
Crazy shit.
In that weather?
In Ohio, nigga.
In Ohio. Great. No indoor practice facility.
How's that humanly possible?
Who gonna sign there for that shit?
That's why we don't get no free agents then. That makes all the sense of the fucking world why they don't have no free agents.
That's like having a basketball team, you still having the outdoor court you practicing on concrete.
Wow.
I didn't know that. That's Tony.
I
Tony
had
Love has
no
done it
idea
again.
about that neither.
No
No,
calf
I didn't.
muscles.
I didn't. You know, I just think that was uncommon. I just didn't dawn on me. Like I'm thinking, yo, you insisted
I
you
thought that
gonna
was
have
like
one.
I thought that was like every football team. Because I know in high school for us, and I used to always say that like the basketball team didn't mean shit, but the football team, when the field was too bad, guess what they did? They kicked us out of practice and let them play because it was playoff time usually around that time, and let them practice on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? So they can get their reps in. So how you in Ohio in the snow, in the rain, in the cold, with no indoor facility?
Dude,
All right.
this Tampa, Miami, they sunny all year round. They got indoor
New Orleans.
they don't want the heat.
New Orleans, yeah, New Orleans.
New Orleans, like Arizona.
I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe are they the only one? I'm pretty sure somebody else got to have.
The only team that does not have an indoor practice facility.
You know, the Cowboys had the indoor and outdoor.
Right.
Out in Valley Ranch, you know, so they said, you know, if it was raining, they'll play indoors, you know, they'll practice indoors, and if it wasn't raining, they was outside, you know, practicing. So they had the option. I just said they ain't got no option. What the fuck?
That's
how in the world you having practice in November and December in the heart of the winter?
But you know, I want to say that in today's time, it's messed up. You know, because you know those northern teams didn't have that. You know, didn't think of that then. I remember who's that? The dude, the wide receiver Lofton, who used to play for the Bills.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Said they didn't have one when they, you know, back in their heyday. So that's no.
I mean, the money wasn't what it was like it is now.
Right.
So I get that back then, but like you said, Buffalo. That was
know what, you're right because shoot, that was like that was late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
And shoot, and Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for like only $125 million or something at that time. So okay, I can understand that now. I mean, back then I can understand.
Back then, yeah.
But now is unacceptable.
Highly unacceptable.
Highly unacceptable because they got colleges and high school teams with indoor facilities.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh my God, Bengals.
Some middle schools.
Right, especially in Texas, yeah.
Texas and Florida. Yeah, and Georgia. And some spots probably in Georgia. But definitely in Texas, sure.
Oh, that's just the 6th grade workout room. The 6th grade workout room.
Yeah.
I went to Houston to visit my people out there, and at the time, 2 of them was in high school in Kingwood. So they bring me through. We passed by the gym. I was like, damn, it's a fire gym. Oh, that's our practice gym. This is our real gym. Like that bitch fucking, you know what I'm saying, ACC Duke worthy type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn. Like, so this facility where it got 3 courts, breakaway rims, because we didn't even have breakaway rims when I graduated from high school. That's how trash my school was. But they got all this, and it's like, oh, that's just the practice. That's where we practice at. This is the real shit. They brought me to the real stuff. I'm like, man, this is fucking ridiculous. That's that Texas money, man.
Yeah.
But no indoor practice facility.
Wow. And a franchise that's worth damn near $1 billion.
Right. But that's probably why they could be worth $1 billion, because they're cheap. They don't pay free agents.
Yeah,
they don't, you know what I'm saying? The coaching staff, like they hold on to a coach that's mediocre for forever. Yeah. And they
as long as he like the owner, we know how the owner rolls. As long as he stay in the black, he's good money.
That's all that matters.
Care about anything else.
And I get it.
He's the only true owner that's like that.
Right.
In the league.
Everybody got their motives. Some people like to have big names. Some people want to win. Some people want to, like you said, it's all about the bottom line. But that alone, I think, is just disrespectful to the players, just based on the weather that they have up there.
But I wish for these owners that I wish that these leagues put in a clause where you got to at least be competitive, or we'll take this from you. You can't
Right.
don't just sit up here and take the tax write off and collect the check and pad your pockets. I mean that's all fun and game. This is a business. I get that, but this is the NFL. This is the league. Put a competitive product out there.
Yeah, kind of how the Clippers used to be, how the Knicks are. I mean, but how do you?
Right.
So let me tell you this: how do you hold them accountable? So like a team could say, "Well, I had so and so get hurt," or this draft pick didn't pan out, so this is why we're not being successful.
Key factor: they practice facilities. If you don't have a more updated practice facility, it's letting you off the rip, letting you know you're not trying to be competitive, because you're not putting your players in a good, in a good environment to compete.
Right.
You already, their morale is already being killed as soon as they come. Like, here we go out of here, we got to fucking practice in this goddamn cold. We already got to play in the cold. I mean, it's sounding bougie and stuff now, but when other teams
are doing the same thing.
And they're in better situations than where you at. And like you said, you never hear free agents going to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I will say this though, getting hit in the cold is a different level. That's something you gotta get used to.
That's a business decision.
Yeah.
Them
pads hurt like hell in cold weather.
I mean, because I remember, I forget the lineman, how the horror stories that they used to go through back in the day. When he played for the Cardinals, they gave you your uniform and your practice gear. If you needed extra stuff, you had to pay for that. You had to pay your team that's paying you
for
get extra gear. Yeah, for additional gear. And that had to be taken out your check.
Damn, that's some.
So it's
the NFL is something else. They'll come a long way, but then they still got like a long way to go too at the same time. So
I mean, that make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? If you probably, people getting concussions and shit, because if you you ain't getting the best quality helmet if they telling you got to buy extra pads, and because like you would think like every quarterback should have. Realize some quarterbacks when they got hurt they had the little flak jacket type shit to protect their ribs and their back. Like why every quarterback didn't have that shit back then? Like that's now that you said it, it makes sense if they were being cheap. It's just like, but you would think that that's a key part of your offense. That's a key part of your offense. So unless you have that type of injury, or how about you fucking prevent the injury from happening and you give them, I don't know. That's
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff like you have to pay for your own cold drink. Now, how they have the little Gatorade coolers now. You go in there, give me one though. Now you had to. Hey, you got some change, dog, bro?
Hey, give me a Mountain Dew.
At your own facility.
I mean that's the change. Definitely in the NBA, like the Dallas Mavericks definitely changed the game with that as far as providing food and chefs and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I know the NBA is ahead of the curve on that. The NFL, I know some teams do the meals and shit like that, but the NBA, like they got cats coming after hours and getting their meals from the chef and shit.
Well, the first NFL team to really do that was San Francisco, because I think the stat on them in the mid '90s they had the longest road winning streak, because the whole plane was first class. They had the chef. You stayed in a good hotel. You were well rested to go handle business.
Right. Yeah, man.
So they were one of the ones that first stepped it up like that.
It's little things like that matter.
Right, without that new age, that was the new owners, the
Bottle, yeah, the Bottle.
Yeah, they came in there with that money, and it was just like, yo, we gonna have some fun out here. We about to live it up, and we gonna do this right.
Mm-hmm.
And, that was just that different. They came with that whole different energy, and like you said, that you put that in, and then like you said, Jerry Jones came behind that. What other owners really started spending money after that? It wasn't too many though.
Yeah.
It was definitely them two for sure. It was always them two for sure.
But also, I know it's more players too, so that's another thing to keep in mind. They gotta keep in mind it's a bigger roster that you have versus the NBA. NBA was 15 on the team.
Yeah, it's
roster.
15 now. Well, it's like 15 now. That back in the day it was always 12, but it's 15 now. And the players get per diems and stuff on top of that in the NBA.
Yeah, NBA.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no per diems in no NFL. And then 53, you ain't getting no 53 players with no per diem.
I heard this,
Yeah.
some teams get per diem to the stars.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I know in the NBA they had like you said, the veterans would, give that shit to their rookies because they know the rookies ain't making no money.
Right. Show them a little love. Let them order food on they.
Who was
on
doing
their
that? Who Gilbert Arenas? Was it that Gilbert Arenas doing that shit?
Yeah, he took that shit to a whole nother level. Like the true asshole he is. That nigga
I think he was taking
shit out
advantage of
it
Larry Hughes.
Larry Hughes that shit. Larry had to go run up on him. It was about to fuck him up because that nigga was charging every room for everything.
And they was order the same shit every time and just say, "Oh, charge it to Larry Hughes' room, then send it to my room." That's some G shit though.
Yeah, once he had right, that's all it took him one time to figure that out. He said, "Oh, it's on now."
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back into the NBA and get into the NBA playoffs.
Right.